Today I want to talk with you about how when we share content, when we share our message with the world, how do we deal with the fact that sometimes we hear silence, nothing from our audience, and or just a few little likes or comments here, just very less than perhaps we had expected. I have had to deal with this a lot. Some of my content, most of my content, I should say, they get, there's, all of us have a certain average number of likes or comments we get when we post on Facebook or other social media. For some of us, we might expect just a few. For some others, it might be a couple dozen. That's their average, but there's an average, right? So how do you deal with content that gets less than average? Do you get discouraged? A lot of people do. A lot of people think, gosh, I shared this piece, I thought it was important, it got a lot fewer likes and comments than I usually do, so I should be discouraged and I should stop sharing. Okay, I'm going to get discouraged. And I want to give you a perspective right now, which is that if you share your message and your content from a place of service, from a place of really wanting to help, from a place of saying, this is an experience of life I've had, or the expertise in my field that I've had, and I think it's worthwhile to sharing. If it's worthwhile to share, share it, regardless of how many likes and comments and shares forward that you get. Okay? If it's worthwhile, share it. If you believe it will help people, share it. So what that means is you need to be willing to be vulnerable, to say, it's okay. I may not get any likes. I may get a lot of likes. I don't know. But this is worth sharing, so I'm going to share it. Okay? Now, on the flip side, sometimes you share something that you didn't expect would blow up and be very popular, and it does. And there's a danger there, is that you might feel discouraged about sharing going forward because you think, well, how can I top that? But again, come back to your heart of service, and to remember why you're sharing messages online, content online, is because it's worth doing, because it may help someone, and you believe it's helpful, and that's why you share it. Now, so what I encourage you to do is, on a regular basis, don't worry about the number of likes, number of comments, don't worry about the metrics, but on an occasional basis, maybe once a month, you can, or even once a quarter, you go back to your content and you observe, like a scientist, which one's got the most likes, which one got the most comments, which one's got the most shares. And then you can analyze from there what the commonalities were. Generally speaking, the ones that get the most likes are because there were other people also felt it to be extremely useful, not just you, or it was very entertaining. Okay, so it's usually one of those two reasons. But basically, on a day-to-day or week-by-week basis, ignore the likes and comments. Just ignore those metrics. But on an occasional basis, monthly, you go back as a scientist and you look and you evaluate and let that inform your intuition for sharing going forward. I hope that's helpful. Always open to your questions and comments, and or lack thereof is fine with me, because I felt this was worth sharing. So until the next video, I want to wish you well. Take care.